suggest you sit down and just watch me. You're going to turn around and just watch for a few minutes. Almost every problem we do tonight has factoring in it, right? So I want to go through factoring from Algebra 1. I want to make sure you have this like me touching my tool belt. I want to make sure you guys understand the tools that we have for tonight. And we're going to deal with baby problems. Just watch. First baby problem. When we first started learning about factoring, we did a thing called greatest common factor or monomial factoring. And if you had me last year, I referred to this as vacuum factoring because one, I like to draw vacuums, and two is I want you to imagine you're driving through your problem and you're sucking out what's in common. So what comes out is the 5, and we're left with x plus y. So in some of these problems, we're going to be looking for stuff that's in common. We take it and we set it out front, and we leave what's left over. And that is called greatest common factor. It's very easy. You guys do it all the time. The second thing that we do is that sometimes we're going to have problems that have an x squared. Everything next from here on out has an x squared, but this is a 1-parter. And let me tell you what I mean by that. 5x squared minus 5 equals 40. Actually, let's make this minus 3 equals 42, just because I don't want to keep using the same numbers over and over. Okay. This guy has an x squared in it, but nothing else. There's no x's. There's just an x squared. When that happens, we get him by himself, right? So here's what we would do back in Algebra 1. We would say, oh, I'm going to add 3 to both sides. It would be so easy. We get 5x squared equals 45. Divide by 5. X squared equals 9. Use our little handy dandy square root tool. We get x equals 3, but we're super smart and we remember that there's a plus and a minus when we use the square root tool. Yay. We're going to watch for those tonight. Here's the key. It's going to have a squared and only one letter in the whole problem, not a bunch of them. The third type that we did is a 2-parter. Let me show you what this looks like. X squared plus 5x equals 0. Now, the reason it's a 2-parter is because I have an x squared here and an x here. So I can't use my handy dandy square root tool. That's my favorite tool. But what I can do is I could pull out my vacuum again, right? So here he is. I'm going to pull out my vacuum cleaner. I'm going to vacuum this out. And I'm going to get x here, and I'm going to get x plus 5. Now, remember, whenever we have an x squared, chances are we're going to get more than one answer. So let's remember where those answers are hiding here. There's an answer right here, x plus 5 equals 0. There's also an answer out there. Yeah, it's 0. X equals 0. So here are my 2 answers. There's 1 and -5. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, that's a 2-parter. What am I watching for? I'm watching for more than one variable. Thank you so much. Son, I guess we're not going to the prom because apparently you need to go see Mrs. Cooper right now. Because I've been saying, well, I had to turn you in for harassment. Maybe, have you been asking her to be prom too? Okay, because now I'm hurt. Oh my God, I am shaking. That's so funny. Awkward. Okay, 3-parters. Last one, best one. 3-parters. You guys know how to do this. X squared minus 7x plus 10 equals 0. How do I know it's a 3-parter? Because guess what? It has 3 parts. It's got an x squared, it's got an x, and it's got a number. That's not 0. So it's x factoring. You know how to do this, right? Factors of 10 that make -7. How about -5 and -2? X minus 5, x minus 2. Nice and easy. X equals x minus 5 equals 0. That's how we really did it. So x equals 5. X minus 2 equals 0. X equals 2. Yes. Oh, we are fractioning by parts. That would be really cool to do with trig, but I didn't do that. I should have done that. That would have been super cool. No one does this. Okay, you ready to do it with trig? Here we go. All we're doing is popping out the word x and putting words like sine x or cosine x. I use theta because I think theta is pretty. So here we go. You ready? First one, we got to decide what's our path. And our path on this one is this. This guy is my only variable, so get him alone. Do it now. Get him alone, and then square root at the end. My advice is to reduce before you square root. You might need your bright pink or your purple sheets out because we're going to need our friendly neighborhood unit circle, right? These are unit circles. And I am tired today, so again, I won't actually get it right because I can't remember the unit circle. Love that. 1/2. Love that. Don't forget though, plus and minus. More. Should be more. Got a positive. Yep. There should be 4 answers. Don't stop till you get all 4 answers. Oh, won't be told that you make it. Oh, yeah, that's good. Over 2. And then you got to find all 4 that answer. Okay. 1/2. 1/4. Exactly right. Because did you get 1/2 for rooting? The square root? And the square root of 1 is 1. So I think it's 16, 120, 240. I'll do it. Say it again. We can do that. No, not today. So here's what I got. Why? Here's what. Cosine 2 theta equals 2/8. Are we good to there? Yeah? I am going to reduce that because I don't want to square root big numbers because I'm lazy. Square root. Cosine theta equals square root of 1 is 1 and the square root of 4 is 2. But I'm not quite done yet. I also know it could also be negative 1/2. So I pull out my unit circle. And anywhere sine is either 1/2 or negative 1/2, cosine is either 1/2 or negative 1/2. I write these down. I think it's 60, 120, 240, 300. As good as it's going to get. Are we good? Okay, that's the 1-parter. Try a 2-parter. I love this problem. Don't forget, when you vacuum, something's got to take its place. I want you to imagine you have a tent. And if you take out that middle pole, the tent collapses. So you're going to take out a sign, but do not leave nothing in its place. Here's a little hint. Love this problem. Are you guys ready? Here we go. I'm going to take out a sign. I'm going to use my little vacuum. He's going to vacuum through this problem. I just like drawing the vacuums. Only thing I can draw. There he is. He's coming through, and he's sucking out a sign. And what he's going to be left with is one of the signs and a 1. And a 1, right? So what we're going to have is 2 baby problems. Here's one baby problem. Sine theta equals 0. And here's the other baby problem. Sine theta plus 1 equals 0. or sine theta equals -1. So I'm going to go to my magical unit circle, and I'm going to say, where is sine 0? And it's 0 at 0 and 180. Now, someone asked me in another class, do I write 360 down? And something you might not have noticed, on all of your homework, I say, I want your answers between this. Look how I did it. I include 0. I don't include 360, right? So don't put 360 in there. Now I got to go over this guy. Where is sine -1? Way down at the bottom at 270 degrees. Right? How are we feeling? Medium? Okay. Here we go. I love this next one. You try it. Ooh, one of my favorites. Get your little vacuum out. Vacuum this. Guess what? It doesn't have any squares. That is true. But it will make 2 cool little baby problems. This is one of my favorites. I love this one. Vacuum. Get your little vacuum going. Suck out a sign. Don't forget, when you take a sign away, something has to hold its place. So suck out a sign, set it up front, and see what you have left. Then you'll have 2 baby problems. I love this one. Write it down and take out a sign. So we have 2 baby problems. The first one is sine x equals 0. So that's and now this one. Yeah, that was crazy. Here we go. I'm going to show it. Yeah, you were so close, but your one just kind of went away. Oh, you know what? I think it's so exciting. I got you, Rob. So Jackson was rolling. He got to here, and he did great. He pulled out the sine. He pulled out the sine theta. Oh, that's a sine Q. The hell is that? Sine theta. And he's left with this. 2 cosine theta. He took out this. And then plus 1. You can't have nothing. You got to hold that spot. Are we good? Now, we're going to have 2 baby problems. Here's baby problem number 1. We love him. He's easy. Done. Look it up on your unit circle. Where is sine 0? And you know where it's 0? At 0 and 180. Yay. Now, this is my other baby problem. Love this one. 2 cosine theta plus 1 equals 0. And you know what? We do this just the way we've been doing every other problem. I'm going to move the 1 over, Jackson, so it's going to become -1. Are you cool with that? Does that make sense? And, oh, that's messy. -1. And then divide by 2. Divide by 2. So I'm going to look up on my unit circle everywhere that cosine is -1/2. And I think that's going to be 120. Is it 120? 120 and 240. Nice. 120, 240. Talia, are you good? Because I feel like Jay said it when he's talking, but as long as we're getting it, that's right. As long as you're multitasking. I know. I didn't say you didn't get it. I just want to make sure she's got it. Are we good? Okay. Last one, best one, babies. Oh, it looks scary. So here's what we're going to do. This is a 3-parter. 1, 2, 3. But I don't like 3-parters written like this. They freak me the hell out. So Justin, watch what I'm going to do here. I need everyone to watch. I am going to rewrite this guy And I'm going to get rid of the stupid sine theta. He scares me. So I'm just going to rewrite it like this. X squared, are we cool with that? And then plus 2x, are we cool with that? Yeah? And then plus 1. Guess what? I know how to do that. Yes, Jace, X factor. And then what I'm going to do is when I'm done X factoring, I'm just going to pop in the word sine theta, right? So here we go, factors of 1 that add up to be 2. Nice easy numbers. 1 and 1. So watch what I'm going to do. You're going to like this. I'm going to leave a nice space. And I'm going to leave a nice space. And instead of writing X, I'm going to write sine theta. And then I'm going to write it again. And it's super, super easy. I have 2 baby problems, right? So I'm going to make it something that looks similar to me, and then it's so easy. Sine theta equals -1. I look on my unit circle. It's way down at 270. And if I want to do it again, I can. But if I just want to write it once, it's up to you. Because you get the same answer right here. Do you have to write them both? You don't. You don't. It's a multiplicity. You were graphing it. You would touch the x-axis. Okay? So, Jackson, I'm going to let you keep explaining it to him because now I want you to try it. I want you to try it. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to do this problem. Get rid of this. Do it. And then at the end, pop back in sine. And I got a little treat for you at the end, and then we're done. Factors of 6, 2 numbers that multiply by 6 but make -7 when you add them up. Like -6, -6, -1. There you go. Nice. Perfect. Once you see it, it's so easy. But you got to let those words get out of your head because it's just like, oh, there's too many of them, right? Factors of 6 that make -7, -1 and -6. So I'm going to do this, throw in the word sine, throw in the word sine. So I get sine theta equals 1 and sine theta equals 7. Six. Sorry. Thanks for catching me. Sorry, friends at home. Now, here we go. This is where it gets a little bit fun. I look at my unit circle. I find where sine is 1. That's nice and easy. It's right at the top. That's 90 degrees. And then I start looking for the number 6. And I look, and there is no number 6. And you know why? It's called the unit circle. 1 unit. It will never be 6. Ever. If you actually even put this in your calculator would say error because there is no answer. So if you get anything bigger than 1 ever or smaller than -1, bigger than like -2, -3, it will never, you just cross it out and say, no solution to that, dude. That's okay, but because it allows me to do more interesting problems. If I stuck with the other ones, I have very few choices. So that is it. I have tried every period to make up a key during class, and I haven't gotten there. But there will be a key tonight put up. Again, tomorrow you will have a practice sheet. I will check it Monday, so please use the 45 or the 50 minutes to work together. Don't eat the sub. It will make me cry if I come back and you're naughty. And call me or text me if you need to.